Hello, beautiful souls. It is Christasha at you with another video. I hope everyone is doing great. Just a couple housekeeping items before I jump into today's video. So, I am a spiritual counselor, I'm a spiritual healer, energy healer. I do not diagnose, treat, any type of medical illness or condition. Okay, my videos in my channel are to encourage you to open your heart and open your mind to new modalities of healing, new modalities of thoughts and ideas for your healing journey. Okay, I am not a psychological counselor. I have a spiritual perspective about the healing journey and about how we can integrate these things in our lives to make the quality of your life better. Okay, just wanted to throw that out there before we start. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and begin today's video. So we are on the topic of surrender. What is surrendering? How do we do it? When do we do it? So typically, this is not a one-size-fits-all type of deal, but before a spiritual awakening, you could say, one has to go through intense trials and tribulations. And when I say that, I mean basically the world has to break you down hard for you to start throwing up the white flag. Okay? Now, I can only speak on my personal experience, but the first time that I was conscious, meaning like not conscious awake, but knowing within myself that I was surrendering, was when I decided to put down the drugs and the alcohol. And it was life-changing, honestly. And if you are struggling with substances, I highly suggest that you get help in your community. There's rehabs, there's mental health clinics you could go to, okay? But I'm talking about my personal experience with it. So I did everything that I needed to do to be on this path of living spiritually, about knowing within myself that this is the path that my higher self wants me to live and that my creator wants me to live. And no, it was not easy at first. I would dread waking up. I would have cravings. I felt miserable. And that was still my body detoxifying itself. But when we get to a point, I mean, if you don't deal with substance issues, you know, there's points in our lives where the only thing left to do is to surrender. So other situations in which this could happen. What if you find out And it's not that you find out, right? Something clicks in your mind one day that the career that you've been working at for a set amount of time just is not working for you anymore, right? You're done with the rat race. You have given all of your time, energy, and effort to this job, and it's not rewarding your inner compass anymore. What do you do? Do you start looking for another career, another career? What do you do? And I'm not a career coach, right? But these are situations in which we go within and we tell ourselves that we need to surrender to the situation, that our inner compass, that the universe, that God's source will guide us. And in those moments when we take a moment to reflect on the situation that has been trying emotionally and physically, spiritually to us, in these moments we must pray to the universe, to God's source. And a very simple way to do this is say, Divine Creator Being, this is what I call God, Divine Creator Being, I surrender all that no longer serves my highest good at this moment. And when you do this, you watch how situations in your life will start just coming together, seemingly with no effort on your part. There are so many instances, situations, people, places, and things that no longer serve the highest good of what the Age of Aquarius is about, to be honest with you, okay? Now, when I speak about the Age of Aquarius, a good reference point is to look up the band called Fifth Dimension. They were from the 60s. And they predicted what the Age of Aquarius would be. The song is called The Dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Look it up. And I know on a collective basis right now, there are, in every single person's personal journey, there are these tower moments that are happening. It seems that the foundations of certain people, places, and things in your life are not serving your highest good anymore. And these tower moments are happening in my life too. I'm here going through this stuff with you, okay? Yes, I am here as a spiritual guide, but I am your peer, in the sense that what you're going through, I've most probably gone through it as well, okay? Maybe in a different type of situation, but the same themes apply, okay? So as we surrender, I'll tell you guys a story. So whenever I went to rehab in 2020, they told us to select a song that you feel that resonates with your recovery. And the song that I chose was Sweet Surrender by Sarah McLachlan. And of course, because I'm so dramatic, right? And it wasn't so much, I mean, it was quite dramatic for me going through this metamorphosis, because I had been programmed and conditioned for so long to drink alcohol and to use illicit drugs. But at the end of the day, I knew that I was stifling my creativity. I was killing myself slowly. And I don't prescribe, I don't identify with that version of myself anymore. And that might go against the recovery community, but someone like me who has never fit inside of any type of box that society has tried to put onto me, it works for me. And I am doing fantastic. Anyways, so this isn't about me, we're talking about surrender. I knew that I had to surrender these individuals who I thought were my friends in recovery, who at the end of the day were, while I knew that they were, in a sense, trying to control my life in the most indirect ways. Because I would ask for advice about A, B, and C, and D to, my said sponsor. And she would give me advice about X, Y, and Z. But I slowly started to realize that they fed off of the drama in my life. People who I thought were my friends turned out to be my enemies. Well, I wouldn't say my enemies, right? But just people who I don't want to associate with anymore. And I know, see, this is going back to surrender. I have already put out into the universe that I am going to find my soul tribe. My soul tribe is on its way to me. People who share the same ideals that I do. People who appreciate me and my gifts for me. It's like, imagine going into a room where you are the big fish in the small pond, right? And everyone's looking at you, and everyone says their 2 cents about what you should be doing and how you should be living. And it gets old. It gets so old. I'm burning Palo Santo, by the way, if you never encountered it before. It's holy wood. It cleanses the energy of the space and protects. Anyways, so going back to surrender. I surrender 1,000 times a day now. If I have a thought that is not to my liking, sometimes I'll even say, I reject that thought, and it just leaves. We have over 10,000 thoughts that we think every single day, and it is almost impossible to have your thought processes go in your favor. Now, surrendering also goes in tandem with prayer, with your meditations, right? With even affirmations. And a simple affirmation for you could be, I surrender everything that no longer serves my highest good, and I release it to the universe with full forgiveness. And that's it. You have surrendered, dear soul. And when we live from this place of an inner knowing, Abraham Hicks talks about this. It's an inner knowing that everything that you do, everything that you say in your reality shifts to that frequency, right? And I mean, I suppose this is like really metaphysical, but it's simple. It's simple when you start to get in that vibration. Now I'm going to pull for you Work Your Light Oracle and the Moonology Oracle to kind of close out this video and give you a little bit of guidance moving forward, okay? Collective, Spirit, please give me some advice for the collective at this point in their journey. Thank you. We're gonna pull two of each. Okay. Okay. Okay, what can we gather here from these oracles? Spirit confirmation with Moonology. Thank you. Okay. What about don't dim your light to fit in? Okay. So on the back of the deck, we have Work Through Your Fears, New Moon and Scorpio. So yeah, so going back to the topic of surrender, when we are able to affirm it to ourselves and affirm it to the universe that we have released these things, we have surrendered them to the most benevolent being, which is God's source. And working through our fears is something that you must do gently. It's not something that you could just go ahead and plow right through and then it's over. It has to build over time for you to go through these initiation points, if you will, okay? So we have the Mirror card. Who or what is triggering you? So ask yourself this. Who or what is triggering you? Because nothing yet is set in stone. The mutable moon. Mutable signs are Gemini. I forget. I just know Gemini's a mutable sign. It could be a Gemini, but nothing yet is set in stone. When we get triggered, we often go in these modes of fight, flight, or freeze. And we're now learning to stop those types of behaviors on the journey, right? Do not dim your light to fit in. This is what I was touching on earlier. Don't dim your light because it's time to take action. New Moon in Aries. The lights are flickering. Hi, Chachu. New Moon in Aries. You could be in Aries, don't have to be. But it's time to take action. What do you want to do? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to start a group meditation? Do you want to, I don't know. But in this new energy, it will be supported for you. You do not have to dim your light anymore, dear soul. You are here for a big purpose. And I am here with you every step of the way, okay? I'm sending you so much love and light. I will see you all in another video. Bye.